Evening folks, it's Phil here from Telford Koi Pond. I've just finished getting my cameras and bits and pieces ready because tomorrow is going to be a bit of a special day for me, I think. The guys from Koi Wholesale got in touch with me and asked me if I'd like to pop up and have a look around their establishment and do a bit of filming. So as you can probably imagine, I'm just a little bit excited, so roll on tomorrow. And when you see me next, we'll probably be on the way. So see you later. Right folks, we've had a fairly enjoyable journey. It's been about 2 hours to get here, but nothing untoward other than a bit of snow when we left Telford. We've just met Ricky actually, so he'll come and say hello in a minute. He's just very kindly gone off to get us a cup of tea. So we've just walked into the one of his offices. So this is I don't know whether we've seen this on telly before, but you can see Claire's already in here in the warm. And absolutely tons and tons and tons of certificates and trophies and things all around the office, as you would no doubt expect. And then I believe the polytunnels are off in that there direction. So we'll have a quick cup of tea and a chat to Ricky, and then we'll do some proper filming. I am so excited. So here we are. This is the gentleman himself, Ricky. So massive thank you, Ricky, for obviously having us here in the first place, and really looking forward to you showing us around. So
pleasure. Yeah, I must say, mate, I was obviously, since we got involved in the charity thing that you kindly organised, I clicked onto a few of your videos, mate, and I like the way you're delivering your stuff. So
thank you very much.
Yeah, nice touch for you to have a look around and make yourself a nice video.
Definitely, and as I say, so excited. So do you want to lead the way?
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, so obviously it's not a nice time of year at the minute. Everything's damp and miserable, and as it is, and we've got a lot of work going on as well. But outside you'll see generally what we call our sales area, or has been for years. We've got a bit over here at the minute that's due for, I'm actually knocking a pond down. You don't hear that very often, but we need a bit of working space, so to speak. So we're going to be redeveloping that area.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are the summer ponds really.
Right.
Out here.
Yeah.
They've got fish in that were settled late last year, and they just went into winter easily, unheated, to go through. But I can't generally get fish out of my greenhouses out here in winter and cool them down safely. So hence why we're redeveloping, we're getting the heating outside and changing some of the buildings. So it's all a bit more useful to me.
Absolutely.
So this is the area that we just recently put you'll see it, all the retrofitted heating system on. Working an absolute treat now, it really is. So everything in here at the minute, they're varying from like 14 degrees up to kind of 22. Yeah. Working an absolute treat. Very, very happy with it. It's amazing. So it's all now running, as you'll see in a bit. There's one boiler in the plant room over there, and that's doing all this, them 2 greenhouses, and from what they're telling me, we'll eventually do the whole site. So it's a bit of a beast.
Yeah, absolutely.
It really is. Yeah, again, in here mainly we've got all the stock at the minute that's waiting to be sent out for orders. These Coda toast I think we shipped out about 700 of them this week. Wow. All gone out. So yeah, different bits going on, but I can now start using these ponds differently because I've got the heat. So this pond here being one.
Wow. The one thing I say on most of my videos is you've got no concept of size when you're looking at fish.
No.
That's the only thing that is at fault with the video. But
the big thing you'll see here as well is the colour difference when I bring them up here in a bit, because as a lot of if you follow my videos, I don't care too much about clarity or any of that stuff.
No, not at all.
The emphasis is all on that colour, skin shine, and what's best for them.
Even swimming deep, the Benny is just absolutely.
It's an art form, that is.
It's beautiful. Got a soft spot for Shiro.
Omasako, that one.
Yeah. So what's happening with these fish? What is the purpose of this pond?
As you'll see, I've got an issue with Well, having too many really.
Yeah.
So these were picked out because I was trying to make more space in the greenhouses for raising, and these have all been raised. Generally, majority Pronto side. There's a few other bits like the big Kyotsuri I bought a bit later, but they've still had a prolonged period of raising. And yeah, they're just really high up. Because I've got the heating on here now, I've no issues them being out here. I can still feed and keep them in really nice condition, but they are generally waiting to be sold.
Yeah.
With the exception of one, I've got a Ginrin shower there from Dainichi, which is outrageous. But that's actually a fish where I'm managing the body at the minute. Because it's quite a curvaceous female, it's not a body that's well suited to being in an intense environment. So she's out here for that purpose while I decide where to go with her.
So when you say these are waiting to be sold, are they up on your website, or are they still to be put on your website?
We never get time for it.
Do you not? So do you have people around here that are interested in buying fish? Do you make arrangements for people to come and have a look, or how would you intend to sell these fish?
We generally, dealers that we work with, kind of partnership, they will come, maybe list them, or at some point we'll get them listed out.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. And some pieces as well, it's not like I'm never in a rush, that's the point, because there's always a right time to bring a fish to market. And there's a few pieces in here that we are just waiting for. You know, show us where the sumi's progressing. I think it's not always easy, and I don't expect people to just see what's happening with the fish.
Yeah.
Show her here, I'll show you them. And it is, you see the quality of it, it's a no-brainer, but the progress since it's been out here has been phenomenal. And a lot of these, there is a lot of male fish in here. This is from Dainichi.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Since it's been out here, all the sumi's been new progress.
Yeah.
On the head as well.
So you're expecting all that underlying to come out?
That'll just keep thickening now.
Yeah.
And even there'll be big changes in all these areas, so for me it's not the right time to be putting that fish out there yet.
Yeah, it's not at its best.
And people have to feel confident with what they're buying.
Yeah.
So when the future's a little bit clearer, it's just helpful for people.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've also had a period of conditioning, because a few had quite strong yellow heads coming out, which is part of the male, but they've been on heavy colour food all summer. So they've had a period now about 2.5 weeks so far on Saki Pure White, and that's working a treat.
So you mentioned some male fish in here earlier. I think when you started talking about male fish, it made a lot of people stop and think, including myself, because one of my buying criteria for koi up until that point was it's got to be a female. Nobody buys males, they're too thin, they're like snakes.
So this is one of the, there's a lot of people following, this is one from the Shinoda batch that Sansai now.
Yeah. That is so inky, isn't it? It's beautiful.
So that's been raised. I think that batch when they come in were 8 to 12 cm.
Yeah. And what you're rating that at now, how long's that?
Yeah, I would say probably about 57.
Yeah.
Yeah, the male thing is, people, it's hard. It's all I look at. I've been obviously involved in stuff a long time now. When you come into it, there's just all these, I forget the word for it now, but there's just things, people bang the drum. It's just this thing, oh, you should buy female.
Yeah. One
person said it, the next person says it, the next person without justifying why they're saying it. And meanwhile, and this is not just in the UK, it's been everywhere. And admittedly, dial back all them years, male fish aren't what they were now.
No,
absolutely not even close. But I was watching the progress build, and then you get a few big farms all of a sudden start investing in it. Because the problem was, because the demand was there for females, nobody put any effort into the males because they couldn't get any price for them. They were just throwaway fish. And it's not until that scale started tipping and a few started doing it, then the market started paying attention, going, wow. And a few savvy people noticed you can pretty much buy the equivalent quality of fish for a third of the price.
Yeah.
And then you get the bigger farms with Sakai, Dainichi, start raising them indoors and actually giving male fish,
giving them a proper chance.
The conditions they need, like females have done for years, they get the conditions they need to thrive. Male fish were never getting it. And then as bloodlines have progressed and got bigger and stronger, I've just seen the gap getting smaller and smaller and smaller between them. And then you get the All Japan Association set up a male division.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now all of a sudden, the guys who are into that stuff have got a separate division where they can compete, which elevates the status again.
So we've got a couple of actual small fish here. I think Ricky said they're awaiting shipping, but they are nice. These bought in bulk, Ricky, from whoever you're shipping them out to?
These are from Coda, which I'm one of the only people in the UK who get access to his tow side. But generally, I think it was 2,000. No, sorry, 1,000 of these ones came in.
Yeah.
And I've got 2,000 due to come in this month as well.
Wow.
It's just a great mix.
Yeah.
He's a phenomenal breeder. He produces so much variety on his own as well. And this is the kind of stuff that really serves the masses.
Oh, absolutely.
With that choice of variety, you know, there's a big demand for it.
Oh, this is a colourful pond.
Yeah.
Dear God.
So this is all Nisai, mainly Sakai, Dainichi and Momotaro fish.
Yeah.
All been raised here from sort of 12 to 15 cm.
I knew, excuse me, I knew I wasn't going to see a bad fish here, but gee whiz. You see good fish while you're out and about, but to see this many in one place, that's not blowing smoke, it's just what you can see is what you can see.
The big focus, I think, is that difference, and you know, people certainly bang on about this enough now, is that condition.
Yeah.
Colour condition, skin condition. I mean, you see stuff like this, look. It's one of the older can showers.
It's the depth of the Benny.
But this to me is nothing new. I've been exposed to this for over 20 years in Japan now. And it's obviously I've mastered and refined those techniques. It's the image in my head when I'm raising has been set from what I've seen there, and it's my benchmark in colour quality, lustre, size expectations for age as well. And it's all easily achievable.
Easily achievable?
It's easily
for
achievable.
you or the normal hobbyist?
For anybody.
You reckon?
That's the best bit people don't realise. I've literally been telling everyone exactly what I do for over 2 years now.
Yeah.
It's just whether people choose to listen or not.
It's beautiful.
Things have been pretty impressive. This is one of the Dragon Ball Sankis.
See, that's another thing that I think a lot more people are into now and doing a lot more research, and is the actual lineage. Yep. So before, you used to know, you bought a Dainichi koi, it was a good koi.
Yeah.
But now you've got so many, you know, like the Dragon Ball line and the Mona Lisa and the Monster,
like the
and you know, people get really, you know, I've purposely gone out and bought Monster Bloodline because, you know, I've enjoyed
this. You don't
researching.
This is a really nice way to extend your hobby.
Yeah.
Because there's so much in it. Nothing happens by chance, right? So with small toe size, people think, oh, you never know. You can, with the right knowledge, experience and refinement, kind of see the roadmap to a certain percentage in bone structures and everything like that, but bloodlines will throw random quirks into something. And not only that, it makes it more fat. I mean, just take the yellow monkey, for example, the Ginrin one. Ginrin Karashigoi were not interesting until they did that. And it's the change, it's the bloodline concept behind it. Because all of a sudden they've took a bit of a mundane variety, turbocharged it with Dainichi body, Dainichi quality in general, and now look, they're absolutely fascinated and probably one of the hottest in demand fish in the marketplace. Yeah.
Along with Black Zeus.
Yeah.
Which is spoilt us with a look at yours.
Yeah. So that's to me, and it's even like, just still on that topic, so I've got some coming. The small farm Saito that I've shared on a couple of videos.
Yeah.
He's also producing Ginrin Karashi, and they're also really interesting because again, the lineage behind it. I can sit there with that guy, and he will tell you that you get the random sort of variations of what he's throwing in that mix, and you sit there and think, yeah, that's not just a beginning for actually. There is some size potential there. There's serious lines around it. A lot of Marido blood in all these fish.
Yeah.
And he's got a Ginrin Makashi line that he's done that actually derived from Kabuto crossed with Parashigoi, crossed with Ginrin Yamabuki. You sit and look at that. So when I saw it, it was the most unique coloration I've ever seen in a fish. Like blue, grey, metallic. It was just superb. And yeah, you see that mixture. Not quite. It's not happened by chance.
No. No.
List of showers.
These are all list of showers, are they?
Yeah. They've been fascinating to watch as well because I bought them at the earliest possible stage this year.
Yeah.
And small shower, for those that don't know, all start their life out black.
Yeah.
And what happens is naturally over time, with every centimetre, you get a little bit more Shirogi and Benny actually develop into the pad. So when they came in, it was like everyone's looking at me saying, "What you bought here?" It's really been nice to have that evolution and see what's actually come out of it in the end.
Yeah, when people start culling and grading fish, or you see them doing it over there, it's mind blowing what they're looking at.
Yeah.
Because to us it's a little black thing.
Yeah. The nice thing it's been able to do, because of buying them like that, to get a lot more in a box, it really drives the cost down.
Yeah.
And what it's managed to do, because I've been quite keen on this, is just to keep making these big brand breeders more affordable and more accessible to the masses. Because for years, it has become generally more available now, but when I started doing it with the batches, they just weren't in the marketplace.
No.
It was generally jumbo toe size, you'd be having to spend probably £500–600 minimum to get anything. Now, I think you'll probably see these in shops around 50 quid.
Yeah. And I think Anissa's showing now, he's a staple in everybody's pond.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
The one that was winning the competition, the
Dave's?
charity competition.
Yeah, the fish you very kindly donated to us.
That
Is
in here somewhere.
Is it?
So this
I
is,
won't challenge you to find it.
Yeah, this is the sold pond.
Yeah. Well, some blooming lucky owners out there then, dear God.
I was going to say, I mean, you just can't do a bad one, can you?
No.
Whatever he's won.
No. Those are beautiful.
Oh, it's there, love.
Oh, crikey, yeah. There you go, Dave, if you're watching this. Or Rocket Boy, as everybody knows him as. There you go. There's the fish you won in the raffle. Koi Wholesale kindly put up the charity raffle. Brilliant, I'm glad you've seen it. So when you say these are sold then, Ricky, when are they being dispatched? Are they...
As soon as possible, hopefully. Pond space is not a fun. My life at the minute it's just stress after stress because it's managing. Breeders are not very patient people.
No.
Yeah, I probably see a bit of a different side to them to what most do. When you're watching your YouTube videos, you see these great humble guys, which they generally are, but when you actually the flip side of them, they're pretty shrewd and they're on it because we're all collectively, we need pond space all the time. So it's a thing with them, they want to ship as quickly as possible and it's just tough. And this ultimately as a business, if it wasn't for overwintering fish, this applies to most koi dealers, there would be no sales and no business through winter.
No.
And that can't be like that.
No. They are fantastic, as I say. There's some lucky people out there that have a beautiful fish come and grace their pond then.
A fish house over there.
Yep.
So we're steel cladding around that building. The wood cladding's coming off. We're going to get that so it's fully kind of insulated from the wind, which is needed. And then the plan is this part. This is going to have the heating system put on all those 11 ponds there.
Yeah.
We'll put a building of the same design over all that lot, so they will then become again more multi-purpose ponds really. Quarantining, growing, you name it, but generally quarantining and stock holding.
Yeah.
And then these two next to you is the big, scheduled in for August. I am going to get them done.
They are big.
But you'll see just in here, look, this is what we used to call them the quarantine houses, because it's just small ponds, all individually filtered like everything is here.
Yeah. Well, it's great to see all the separate nets standing up.
but it's just a bit worse for wear now. It's
Yeah.
really old. It was due for demolition like the one behind it, and my dad stopped me twice. He said, Rick, you're going to need them ponds, and he's been right every time.
Yeah.
So we've kind of planned that time window, hopefully August, we won't need them and we can get started. But the plan is this will have a wider greenhouse that goes right up to the fence.
Right.
So I'm planning on putting 4 really top quality raising ponds in here. And then the space behind it, I'm going to build myself one beast of a pond that I'm hoping will be around 10 to 12,000 gallon.
Okay.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
I'm excited.
So even though you're doing what you're doing, then you still have some fairly big plans for the future.
Yeah,
Onwards and upwards.
it's an obsession, Bill. It just doesn't ever stop.
Well, the thing is, I think that something that differentiates you from a lot of people that we see is the absolute passion.
Yeah,
So it's
obsession.
Yeah.
At times it gets me in trouble, to be fair.
you've got a very
Certainly with the
understanding wife.
Oh,
yeah. Ah dear, these are beautiful. On your on the Koi Talk in the week, you were talking about the Battle of the Breeders competition.
Yes.
So you wanna give us a
Are you
quick
taking
overview?
part?
Yes.
Happy days. It's alright, they're only 50 quid a ticket, aren't they?
Oh bloody hell! I'm only 25. Oh, yeah, sorry, Claire. He's decking it up as he goes along. Yeah. Well, give us an overview. So let's start
Yeah, so
tomorrow,
last year we did the Secret Sankey showdown with the Takano Sankeys. It was our first crack at, because we didn't realise what was going to come of all this, and this community building around and this demand for interaction and getting fish from us. So it was kind of like, how can we do it? This site is not built for that.
Yeah.
It's a working fish farm, really. So yeah, and obviously we're all very busy. So it was kind of like a concentrated time. It was a cracking batch of fish that I got that I thought had an interesting story behind them with who it was and all the rest of it. So yeah, and the first kind of time I've actually grown fish for people. I think that's a nice concept as well, kind of making the Azikari process in Japan accessible again more to the masses and actually enjoying that period. And I think it just put a nice spin on it. Physical venue at Newark Showground. The first part 1 was just open to ticket holders and plus ones. It was quite private and intimate as well, which was really nice. I feel like there was a really great experience, vibe with everybody there. And yeah, so we took the fish away after that, after everyone had picked them. I grew them for 3 months, really got some cracking size and condition on them. Then we went back for part 2, which was a wider event that was open to everybody really, who purchased a ticket. And yeah, the fish were judged, and we had a talk, some nice catering, everything. And this year it was kind of like, it went down well, and me as I am, like, right, how can we do it better? And it was honestly really racking me, because I was just like, what can I do? I'm sort of looking at availability of fish and what was out there that's got a nice tweak on it. And then all of a sudden I was on the Shinkansen actually, and I saw Narita had his event that he was doing, and there was a load of fish unsold from some real heavyweight breeders, and I just got straight on him and managed to do a deal to get the whole lot. And I thought they are absolutely perfect. Now again at the price point, then with the growing, everything involved, and the level of breeders, it's just, again, for everyone involved, they're going to get an absolute steal out of it really.
So it's the same sort of thing, but obviously different fish, different breeders. Still a closed day on the Saturday to the people that are taking part, and again an open day on the Sunday.
Yeah, so part 1 this year is over 2 days. So again, exclusive for the Battle of the Breeders on the Saturday. Then on the Sunday we're going to open it up. You'll be able to purchase tickets to attend on the day. Yeah, it'll be broader. There's a couple of different dealers there this year. And yeah, we'll see where it goes. I've got a nice surprise lined up for the Sunday as well. I'm just not quite sure how I'm going to announce that yet.
Oh, fair enough then.
We'll see.
Fair enough.
We'll see.
No, thank you very much. It sounds like an exciting event.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could be
hope
over stuff. Sorry, the tickets, do they go on sale tomorrow? Am I imagining that?
Yeah, well, it's kind of like a pre-release for everyone who's followed me on Question Time and in our WhatsApp group. It's a first stab to get before we do all the formal marketing for the event. So let's see how it goes.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for that.
Cheers.